Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS BIZTOOLS and ESS Bassop. Welcome to Accountants Minute. Accountants, there are opportunities everywhere. You might ask, where are the opportunities to create new income streams? Well, I suggest the new income streams will come to you from a series of non-compliance activities. And let me share some of them with you today. Personal Property Securities Register. I think it's very important that accountants are offering a service to every one of your business clients to conduct a review of their internal systems relative to registering customers on the Personal Property Securities Register. A couple of weeks ago, I conducted a series of workshops for company directors on the roles and responsibilities of directors in small medium enterprises. This was funded by the Entrepreneurs Program, which is part of Oz Industry, which, as you know, is part of the Australian government. And during those workshops, I asked the attending directors and officers what they knew about the Personal Property Securities Register. And you might be as surprised as what I was when I found that less than 5% of the directors in attendance at those 6 workshops knew anything about the Personal Property Securities Register. I then asked them how many of them had been contacted by their accountant to have a conversation with them about the benefits for their business in registering on the Personal Property Securities Register. And only one person indicated that they had been contacted by their accountant to discuss the Personal Property Securities Register. That director then indicated that he was very happy that his accountant had made contact with him, because about 12 months after they started to register their customers, one of their customers had the misfortune to have a liquidator appointed. And the director indicated that they had no claim to make a preferential payment, refund payment to the liquidator, whereas a number of the other contractors that he knew were working for this same company did have those demands and had to make substantial payments under the preferential payment claim legislation. So he was very happy. Please talk to your clients about the systems that they have installed within their businesses to protect them from being caught on the Personal Property Securities Register. I believe that in excess of $300 million has been lost by businesses around Australia, large and small, through non-compliance with this legislation. What else could you get involved in? Well, early stage innovation companies. This has been the law in Australia since July 2016. Companies that have developed new products, processes or services, or have undertaken significant research and development, been involved in the Accelerating Commercialisation Program, or raised in excess of $50,000 from arm's length investors, and a few other things, can qualify as an early stage innovation company. And you might say, well, what's the excitement? Well, the excitement is that this category of company, I believe, will be high on investors' lists from now on, because if an investor invests in an early stage innovation company, the investor is potentially eligible for a tax offset of up to $10,000 if they're a retail investor, so 20%, and the maximum investment that a retail investor can make is $50,000. Or indeed, for a sophisticated investor, that tax offset can be as high as $200,000. And also the investors can be eligible for a capital gains tax exemption if they have held those shares for longer than 12 months and less than the expiration of 9 years. And there is some other work, but I'll refer to that in a moment when we look at crowdsourced funding. which is obviously the other major new corporate entity structure that I believe accountants should be claiming as your work. Not legal work, not other consultants' work, but accountants' work. But the ball's in your court if you wish to be seen as being the key advisors on crowdsourced funding equity raising. Why don't you go through and start looking at your clientele, your companies, sales of under 25 million, group assets valued at less than 25 million. The company can be any age, in any type of industry. Does the company have reasonable prospects? Are they planning expansion? Could they benefit from raising some new capital? Do they already have substantial loans in their balance sheet other than from first mortgage borrowing on property that the company owns? Or do they have high credit card debts? Well, they might like to get rid of those loans, which are probably from family, friends and fools, and replace them with external investment funds. They probably want to get rid of their credit card debt and save the interest. So why not prepare a list and then have a conversation, run a seminar, and the material that I'm going to talk to you about that we produce gives you all of those tools to be able to have those conversations with your clients. And remember, those companies, crowdsourced funding companies, can raise up to $5 million every 12 months. This has not been available in Australia previously. Australia's finally caught up with some of the other leading countries in the Western world. But these clients are all going to need assistance from accountants. Because you won't be able to raise capital as a crowdsourced funding company or an early stage innovation company unless you have produced business plans, budgets, cash flow forecasts, information memorandums. And many of these companies are also going to require a virtual chief financial officer service. The ball's in your court to be proactive in offering this service to your clients. Let's move on. Look at the other opportunities. Debtors' days outstanding. Do you know that Australia's got the longest debtors' days outstanding in the world? That's nothing to be proud about. So why don't you, when you're conducting the annual accounts, make sure you have calculated debtors' days outstanding? And if the debtors' days outstanding exceeds, say, 45 days, have a conversation with your client about the debtors' system improvements that you should be able to make to your clients so that they can improve their cash flow significantly by reducing that debtors' days outstanding figure. Government grants. In all honesty, it never ceases to amaze me the way many accountants in Australia ignore government grants. I think this is a great opportunity for you to be seen as being very proactive with your clients, to assist them to identify grants that they can be eligible for, so that they can receive at least a 50% discount on work that they deem necessary in their business. The ESS Biz Grants product will assist you to identify the potential grants. And incidentally, being proactive in grants can lead to some very interesting work for you and your team. Projects like business plans, budgets, cash flow forecasts, debtors reviews, corporate governance reviews, management mentoring, charge-out reviews are just some of the government grant work that I've attended to in the last 12 months. Why don't you become very proactive in identifying grants and be seen by your clients as being a proactive accountant? To enable you to be offering these services, to create these new income streams, we have developed specific packages to assist you. So you can go to www.essbassett.com.au and click onto the Personal Property Securities package, the Early Stage Innovation Company package, the Crowdsourced funding package, debtors management package, and government grants. You can then subscribe for these tools so that you have the material at your fingertips to be able to give this sort of advice to your clients. Or if you wish, you can subscribe to the total package of ESS BizTools products by going to www.essbiztools.com.au and clicking on to the Gold package, which includes all of the individual product packages and a whole range of other products and services that are available to you from ESS BizTools. Good luck with your venture into creating new income streams for your firm, but more importantly, meeting the opportunities that the small medium enterprise marketplace are presenting to you. If you require any further information, please do not hesitate to send me an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au. Have a great day. Goodbye.